So this is the road to one of my favorite LFSs, if not my favorite LFS, which is Aquarium Fish Depot down in San Diego. Definitely an excellent fish store to check out if you're ever in the San Diego area. It's definitely humongous, as you can see once we get there, anyways. But this is just the road there, and this, of course, is basically pulling into the parking lot. Kind of a little small little parking lot. But keep in mind, it is a industrial zone that they got the shop in, which makes it cheaper. And of course, this is a big, humongous tank with frontosas as you walk into the building. This, of course, go through the door right on the left-hand side. You'll see it. I want to say this is 500 gallons, but do not quote me on that. I'm sure if someone else out there knows for sure, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to correct me on that. But I think all I know is humongous. As you can see, I'll probably step back out a little bit in a second here, but plenty of frontosas, nice little show tank of them as you walk into the place. Definitely a humongous store. I could spend all day there kind of recording stuff, but as you can see, I'll show you a few of the fish that I do have, and a lot of improvements since the last time I did a store tour on this place. I think it was back in January 2020 was the last time I did a store tour. Definitely check out my previous store tours on this place, and you'll see the improvements from each time I've actually did a store tour on them. I think this might be my third one. One was actually before they opened, and the second one was after they opened. But they did a lot of changes since I did my last store tour. This, of course, is a little table with some artwork, including some from Sam Scales. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that name, but that's the Sam Scales. Some of you in the fish community might be aware of his artwork, but he does sell some of his art there, as well as he does work there occasionally as well. I've actually bumped into the last couple of times I've been there. Great help, great assistance there. But definitely a store to visit if you're ever down in that area. Now onward to a few of the changes. They do sell some of these plants on the check sand area, as you can see. That's one of the differences that I've noticed. They put that. They have a big cooler there where they have the frozen food. And there's Anthony Fishy Friends doing a live stream while we were there. Showing off the dry goods. This is one of the improvements that they did make since the previous time. They definitely did a lot of work. This is one of them where they actually have expanded area with dry goods. As you can see, a lot of lights, a lot of substrates, a lot of decor, more lights, stuff like that. And of course, you got your sea chem title. And this, of course, is the breeding area, which of course is employees only. But luckily, we're able to get a sneak peek, and we're able to go behind the chains. This is some of the footage that I did grab from behind that chain. But of course, I will be showing bits and pieces intermixed throughout this video here. This is just some of it. But as you can see, lots and lots of fish. They do have a lot of focus on cichlids. They have a lot of choices between link Tankanika cichlids. They do have a few Mabunas in there as well, here and there. A lot. If you're ever looking for some Tankanikas in San Diego, they do have a large assortment down in this store. I mean, of course, you have the Maltese, which is pretty much a staple of link Tankanika in the hobby, as well as some other ones like Simulus and some Julies. But definitely, if you get a chance, definitely go down there and check them out. And of course they have their brine shrimp factory there. Of course it's basically a do-it-yourself kind of get up with, of course, 2-liter bottles. Definitely suits their needs for all the breeding that they do there on the location there. As you can see, they do have a lot of breeding. And of course this is the far right aisle, which of course you have some fish, you have your plants, you have your hardscape down below those planted tanks. And as you can see, we're actually walking towards the back, which now they do have their large tanks against the back wall. This is the major change that they did have since I went there back in January 2020. As you can see, the whole back row is now included with tanks. And this of course houses the larger fish like the arowanas, also some big Oscars, as you can see in this video later on as well, and some of the larger Cypiochromises. But definitely, and there's of course Anthony again. But definitely a big change from what I've done shown previously. And now I'll go ahead and show you some of the other fish that's throughout the store. Just give you a small sample of it. And these are some more of the tanks that are in the breeding area. This of course is obviously fish that they are breeding in store. And now this is more on the floor. We have some gouramis that they did have for sale. Beautiful, beautiful yellows in that tank, with some red highlights on, especially on some of those are very, very, very colorful in there. And of course, shortly you'll probably see one of my favorite fishes that are anywhere, are the epistogrammas, like these cockatodes right here, and onward to the hungsloi, which is in the tank next to it. Now the hungsloi, a couple of those were taken home from Anthony. So I'll get to the hungsloi in a second here. I kind of focus on the cockatodes, but here's of course is a few of the hungsloi that they do have in store when we were down there. And this, of course, was some of the whiny gobies that we saw down there. A few of them that Anthony decided that he had to go buy. Thinking back, I wish I probably grabbed a few myself, but I'm definitely gonna have to keep an eye out whenever I see these again. But wonderful, wonderful looking gobies. I really did wish I brought some of these home with me. And now, of course, I'm showing off a few of the larger fish that they have against the back wall. I don't remember the name on those guys, but those are very, very interesting looking fish. Definitely not a fish I have room for in my house. Don't have the size tank that would be really, really required for those fish. And oh, okay. And of course, I had to get some footage of the red-tailed cat fish that they had in here. Of course, that goes out to Big J's fish keeping. Just had to get a picture of that red cat for him. And this, of course, this is Hulk, which is of course a store pet named Hulk. Beautiful personality. If you watched Anthony's Fishy Friends, his live stream while we're down there, he kind of played around with them a little bit. But interesting personality on this fish. Definitely a beautiful looking fish as well. And here, of course, is some of the Oscars I alluded to previously in this video. Nice, humongous looking fellows. I think there's our Oscars. Please definitely correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. And of course, some other beautiful fish I see down there. I wish I got the name on these little guys, but they're very beautiful. I probably want to get them at some point in time, but very, very nice looking fish. Now closing it up, this is on a wolffish, I believe that's the name of it. One of the most aggressive fish out there. Definitely not a fish that most people should carry or have, but definitely a nice looking big fish. But anyways, thanks for watching this store tour. If you're ever down in the San Diego area, definitely make sure you check out Aquarium Fish Depot. Of course, there's still one other big tank that I want to show off, which is this beautiful looking thing right there. Beautiful rainbow fish in there. But there's one little fish in here that's very, very stunning that I really want to show off on this video, which is a Pistogramma hongsloi. It's a very, very excellent specimen of one. Very, very, very colorful, as you can see right there, as I kind of get it focused in on. But anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.